connected. Actually, that may have been the killing blow right there, actually. Taking out 2 or 3 drones with those Zerglings, that may have been the key there, because before he didn't really actually, even though he went in with a ton of Zerglings, ZerO microed his drones really well and kept them all alive and kept the Sunken alive, and now he's going to be able to pick off the Zerglings with Mutalisks. I mean, look at this, Jaedong's lair was so much farther behind, he is forced to get spore colonies going in order to, and actually, it doesn't look like Jaedong has
kind of crazy.
Jaedong doesn't have a ton of drones either, so this could go either way, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because ZerO has Mutas and Jaedong doesn't, which means ZerO has map control, which means if he's smart, he's going to get a few drones to get an expansion and try and even things up with Jaedong that way. But again, Jaedong has the second base, so once things get underway, he can get the second gas going earlier, and so it could go either way. Although, again, it is JVZ, so...
Right. I'm not going to lie, ZerO, with the way he's recovered, now Jaedong, oh my gosh. If ZerO cannot pull back his Mutalisks to fend this off, although I think ZerO's going to be okay with this, because he does have the Sunken Colony. I felt like the way ZerO handled that actually was very Jaedong-esque. ZerO was able to fend off what I thought would be a ending move, and I mean, that was actually fairly impressive. ZerO also able to take out an Overlord, which of course Jaedong hasn't been able to do yet. Jaedong with no Mutalisks out yet at all, obviously with Spore Colonies, but ZerO with enough Mutalisks could take out one of the Spore Colonies at the secondary and possibly start taking out some drones there. I don't know if he's going to want to commit to that, because we have a second one coming up. If ZerO can take out this first Spore Colony, no, it doesn't look like he's going to go for it. So Jaedong is going to have 2 Spore Colonies up, and we're going to see a longer game here, I feel, which I didn't really expect to see from this game at all. And definitely trying to do some economic damage, but just taking too much damage to himself. Jaedong with very good Spore Colony placement. Look at that, waiting to build the other Spore Colony, saving every single ounce of minerals. Not, if he doesn't need it, he's not even going to build it there. He's just keeping that as a creep colony, and... I don't know, man. I mean, there's Jaedong moving out with a bunch of Zerglings. Obviously, the second Jaedong moves out with Zerglings, he's going to start losing the Zerglings because of the Mutalisks. And a Sunken Colony, wow, that wasn't... I guess he was waiting to leave his options open whether to make a Spore, and he felt like he was okay with that. But obviously, at this point, ZerO cannot make another base, and ZerO's going to have to do some really good economic damage, like take out this, the Extractor. Oh! And managing to get one, and not quite picking off all of his scores there. This is really close. Man, I want to say ZerO has a chance in this, but I just don't know. I mean, I don't know how this is going to go, but I feel like that economic advantage is just going to be too... I mean, Jaedong could use Scourge right now to take out Overlords if he wanted. I think still be in this game.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Oh, some Zerglings coming in, attacking ZerO's drones. Oh, wow. ZerO did not see that one coming. He's lost 1 drone, 2 drones, 3 drones. He's got 5 drones left, guys. He's got 5 drones left, and Jaedong has at least double that. I was a little bit worried for Jaedong earlier because he was spending drones on his buildings, his colony, his Evo chamber. He was down to like 6 or 7 drones, even though he had a better economy to begin with. But now he's droned back up, and he's killed off all of them. So ZerO's a base behind. He's half the drones, he's half the bases, and now Jaedong's building up his mutas, which he can safely do within the privacy of his own spore defense. So it's going to be another maybe minute until Jaedong gets... Oh, and now Jaedong can depend on his spores to defend while he counter... Oh, he's not going to counter him. I thought he was going to counter and kill off the remainder of ZerO's drones. But again, it's just going to be another minute before Jaedong has as many mutas as ZerO does, in which case... it's just over. He can just move out and kill all, and then we're going to see a final Muta battle, and no matter who wins the Muta battle, Jaedong wins.
Yeah, it's kind of a moot point at that, and it's a shame. I mean, I really feel like had ZerO been able to take out the Spore Colony early, had he just went for it with the Mutalisks he had, taken maybe 2 Mutalisks lost, and then, oh, and here's going to be the last battle right here. Well, actually, fairly close, but the problem is Jaedong can just run back to his spores at any time he wants. And, I mean, we haven't seen any Scourge, I don't think, from ZerO. Wow, it's some good micro there, but I don't think we've seen any Scourge, and there's going to be the GG from ZerO.
GG from ZerO.
You know what? With his purple glasses, putting on a pretty good fight against Jaedong, despite. I have to say that I did not expect it to last that long. There was a point you know, where you're right, Moltrap. There was a point where I thought Jaedong was in trouble, and I think it could have swung. But man, Jaedong is just too good.
Yeah, it's the JVZ. He's
JVZ,
just way
baby.
too good, man. Yeah, but ZerO putting up a really good fight. I gotta say, I've become a fan of ZerO recently because of, you know, like you said, using the
creative play, man.
Creative play, the queens and the infested Terrans and what have you.
Yeah.
He's been fun to watch lately. But anyway, I think that Jaedong's gonna put up a better fight against Fantasy. So that'll be a better semifinal, I think. Good luck to ZerO in the next round, though. Yeah, but that was a crazy game. Pretty back and forth. I think there was a point where it was on the edge and ZerO might have had an advantage. But Jaedong, he just makes all the right decisions. And ZerO, not quite experienced enough to be able to take complete advantage of his advantages either. And I think, to be completely honest, I think it's a little unlucky if he'd scouted Jaedong first and he'd been in a position on the same edge of the map and not cross positions. Then he could have done a lot more damage early on. Instead, it took too long, and Jaedong had Zerglings out by then. So that was actually Ro8.
It's interesting to see because Fantasy and Jaedong are going to go up against each other. So a semifinal rematch of the finals match of the last OSLs, and then you're going to be seeing Yellow and Type B go up against each other. So we could potentially see a ZVZ final, which would be crazy. Either way, I feel like this next semifinal match between Fantasy and Jaedong is going to decide the OSL. We'll just have to wait and see. That's going to be coming up next week. And
it's going to be the true finals.
It will. Well, we'll see you guys then, GG.